Ну и здравствуйте, господа и дамы, с вами Севен, и мы продолжаем проходить The Game of Thrones от Telltale Games, и, в общем-то, понеслась. Вот он, наш маленький лорд, тот, кому перешел дом, точнее его управление. Сколько все-таки ему лет-то, а? Лет 12 или меньше? Сложно сказать. Да, и ты знаешь, где я прячусь.
Maybe something happened to him. Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I'm here. It's okay.
Перепугали малого.
Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
A stupid game. I don't like it. He was worried you were gone. I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick. I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and... Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too. Ryan, she's perfectly safe. I promise you.
Конечно. Там-то, в Королевской гавани, бога-гашечек.
Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall. I'll miss Garrett. He was nice.
Garrett is strong. He can take care of himself.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge. Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
Наверное, все-таки по 14 где-то вот этим вот старшеньким.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
He doesn't know me or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know.
Включи голову. Слова-то знакомые.
You should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword, like a man.
Странно, что он до сих пор не умеет.
Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight.
Во-во.
Properly, I mean. A lord should know how to fight.
Повторюсь, благородных сынов обычно начинали учить владению мечом где-то с 12. Ну, не только благородных, а тех, кто пошел в служение.
Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are.
Ну, я думаю, недолго мне таким быть. Во-во.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
Я...
We'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Ну да, вот я это и хотел сказать. Мы не сможем оставаться такими, какими мы являемся.
You can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Да нет.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want. If only it were that simple.
Король самый невольный, на самом деле, человек из всех вообще прочих.
Ethan will be a good lord, a proper lord.
You have to understand, being lord is a great responsibility.
Во-во.
I can't just fool around.
Thank you for that, Roderick.
Пожалуйста. Будь реалистка, сестричка.
Lord Ethan, you're needed in the great hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Я буду отыгрывать все-таки умного пацана. По кодексу он обозначался именно таким.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitetail has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected.
Отлично, враг.
He's come demanding justice.
Да пошел он.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan. Stay with us.
А мы все равно дети.
Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord.
Ну
We
конечно.
really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord. If I were Lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
Ну, покажем маму то, что мы не молокососы. А почему он в другую сторону пошел? Странно когда. Может, там лестница вниз. Я не знаю. Ну ладно. Я буду стараться отыгрывать по суровым реалиям средневековья и вообще стиле Game of Thrones. То есть где надо быть жестоким, где надо даже... Короче, вы поняли. Нет времени для жалости.
The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Легко.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Да, мной управляет взрослая баба, поэтому я справлюсь.
He's got 5 times as many men and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men.
Будешь изворачиваться в данном случае, быстро им станешь, друг мой. Поспешность не есть хорошо. Боров. Мерзотный. Извращуга. Скользкая.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother.
На руки убери
The late
свои
Lord
поганые.
Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss. Nothing to say, eh?
Слышь!
My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Ах ты ублюдок.
I've been waiting for this day all my life.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head.
Ты мне не тыкай тут.
And no bread and salt. What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt?
Сейчас будешь
You bloody
пить
ass.
соль из своей крови,
No
когда тебе зубы
courtesies.
разобью.
I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters. Does little Lord Forrester know how to speak? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
А, ты урод белобрысый.
Your
тут...
man, the
Ладно,
squire.
сейчас.
We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
О,
Hear
конечно.
that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire?
А вы как
Lord
ответите
Ethan?
за действия
He
своих
acted in
ублюдков?
your name.
Во-во.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers.
Обосраться.
Soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men?
Они давали нам
Oh, he's
свинину.
here.
А свинина это
What
еда.
have you done with him?
He was sent to the wall.
Who the fuck sent him to the wall? Answer me! Who's the one who did it?
I did.
What? That was my justice to deliver, boy. And you denied me of it.
Да пошел
I'm
ты.
not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose
Ты
Bolton.
дебил, что ли? Он на стене. Тебе не по-русски
What kind of
сказали.
fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
О, мамка пришла. Что-то он так пересрал.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses. and
Что-то он
all,
как-то...
but
Что-то тут кроется.
This is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own.
А мы
But the
расстрелим
new
эту ворону.
Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
You're a craven, Lord Whitehill.
Fuck off of my land.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You
Sure.
were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee.
Это легко.
Prepare a
Наверное.
raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
А то вспоминая Рамси. Уа, я не знаю даже, чего ожидать от этой встречи, если честно. Прям что-то как-то, да. Рамси, такой Рамси. Какая
Your sister
красота.
can help us.
Да ну.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Ох уж эти интриги, заговоры, хитросплетения. Что у нас тут? Бумажка с деньгашкой.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos. Ethan made this for me.
Что-то она как-то не выглядит радостной. Хотя чё бы
It
ей
was very
радоваться.
kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
А отец помер, брат помер. Дом в жопе. Письмо из Средиземья, судя по шрифту. Ладно.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the
В связи
circumstances.
с твоей смертью, да?
I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Они уже не can, они уже все. Пойдемте, что ли, умоемся. Я там видела умывалку. Рукомойницу. Это же рукомойница? Она еще так посмотрела в этот самый момент. Что это такое? Что это за нахрен? Куда я смотрю?
Wonders made by man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick.
А че не колоброд?
I hope to see them all someday.
Чего? Подожди. Родерик, увижу с ним когда-нибудь. Она еще не знает, что ли, что они мертвы или что?
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Королевская гавань. Место, где я начала говорить вслух. Само собой. А, во.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Так, что-то я не поняла, там про это самое не рассказали. Так, ну ладно. На-на-на-на-на-на-на. Кто стучится в дверь
One
мою?
moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Что-то он какой-то совсем забитый. Что он делает?
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right?
Что, похоже?
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
Мне кажется, он подосланный
It's kind of
какой-то.
you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
А может быть и нет.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here.
Что он
in a
там
minute.
кладет, я не могу понять.
You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
Perhaps you should come back later.
Of course, milady.
Что-то как-то, не знаю, у меня чуть-чуть как-то подозрения появились. Какой-то он мутный. Не знаю. Я не доверяю никому в этой игре. О, господи.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk.
Как она мне не нравится, если честно. Вообще, не актриса лицом. Вот мне жутко не нравится лицо этой актрисы. Оно какое-то такое, блин... Какое-то такое... Я не знаю, не нравится. Какое-то такое лукавое, хитрое. Ужас, не нравится вообще жутко.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own.
Ну, конечно.
What you've suffered.
Я не верю ни единого слова вообще из-за вот ее мимики.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can.
Очень сложно по ней понять, когда она говорит искренне, а когда не очень.
You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Cersei-ка.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will.
А я что-то
You
не
may feel
уверена.
one thing, but you must say another.
Хорошо. Короче, лизать пятки, понятно.
Good luck.
А, Cersei-ка. Опасное бабище вообще. Как и многие вообще. Все вообще в этой игре. Ой, в игре. Ну, в фэндоме, в книгах, в сериале, везде. В книгах в первую очередь, что логично, правда?
You can do this.
Не уверена. О, Тирион, я вижу Тириона. Ладно, это придало мне сил, если честно. Чё так медленно иду? Я могу идти как-то быстрее?
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Предателями они стали только недавно.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Не очень.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all.
Блин, я так и знала, что не стоит.
Fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton.
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end.
Блин, Серсея меня просто...
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Our talent is unrivaled, Your Grace. Forrester Ironwood is highly sought after in the Seven Kingdoms.
So I'm told. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Rhaenyra Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without
Иди в
ever
сад.
holding an opinion
Я
of their
пытаюсь срезать углы.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
Кто бы говорил?
You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then? I'm
Блин.
sure let the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer.
Иди в
I will not
задницу.
have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games.
А я умею. Я это прямо сейчас делаю.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace.
А, это плохой ответ.
Clearly your handmaiden does not have her priorities straight.
Иди в задницу. Как будто бы, если бы я сказала...
Is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a
Как будто бы, если бы я ответила короля, ты бы не сказала, что я лживая тварь. Поэтому иди в жопу.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Я разговариваю с персонажами из игр. Отлично. По-моему, я не очень хорошо справилась, да? Ну да. Что-то там накосячила я слегка.
I'll walk you out.
Давай, Тирион, утешь меня,
This may
пожалуйста.
come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei... She will not soon forget what you said.
Да пошла она.
It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. But it certainly wasn't what Cersei was expecting.
I wasn't trying to please her.
Я хотела ответить левый ответ.
Clear
Но я что-то решила
My
это.
sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the master of coin who decides such matters. The crown needs
Мизинец.
votes.
Или кто он там был
Votes
уже.
need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
You can help my family.
I suppose the crown could be persuaded.
Или это
to
он
secure
сейчас еще
ironwood from
является
Forrester.
мастером над монетой.
Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that?
Да, господи.
It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You
Не
are
этот
a
риск,
brave girl, aren't you?
так другой. Еще
consider it.
похуже.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Плохо помню хронологию. По-моему, все-таки сейчас Тирион еще является мастером над монетой, да? Раз он так говорил. Все это. Что ж он одно и то же письмо перечитывает?
Mira, I was worried.
Да я сама чуть не обделалась. Что-то хреново.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It didn't go very well. I'm sorry. Cersei is known for being rather difficult.
Мягко
But at
сказано.
least it's over now.
О, это да. А вот последствия еще
Lady
впереди.
Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons.
Ой, да ладно.
Sir Jamie, I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his. But what? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour. You'll get us in trouble. We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie can make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Очень плохо, на самом деле. Лучше не представляй.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen?
Да ты что, с ума сошла, что ли? Никогда в
He
жизни
does have
вообще.
a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie
Да ну
well.
в жопу вообще.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
Недолго бы ты с
I might
такими
even allow you to be my handmaiden.
замашками бы пробыла бы
Let's
королевой.
see, who else should we marry off? Brienne
Какая-то-
of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match.
Да, уж действительно.
Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well,
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
this is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira.
Ну, простите.
I'm just glad it's over.
Зато я ей сказала,
King's
что я
Landing can be
хотела сказать.
exhausting sometimes.
А вот уж точно. 5 минут
There's
с
always
Серсеей, а
someone
я
to
уже
please or some perceived slight to smooth over.
как трясогузка.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they
Конечно.
know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Конечно. Ты вот такая наивная, такая... Ой, фу.
Do you agree?
Ни хрена.
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a
Во-во.
fork.
Во-во.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Да я и так этого боюсь, что ты
I do
хочешь.
appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady.
А вот той на заднем плане
There's been
точно не
something on
хватило
my
бы сил
mind.
на это.
Something important.
Шо? Ну, блин, мы уже у Тириона попросили. Если мы у того и у того попросим. Попросить, не попросить. Просто если мы попросим, как бы договор с Тирионом, ну, тип того договора, он как вообще обнуляется? Или, может быть, это как-то мы сейчас сдадим его случайно? Ладно, я очень сейчас сильно срискану, но ладно.
My mother wanted me to ask a favor of you.
А,
For
я
my
случайно
family. But as you
попросила?
said, you're in a delicate position
Да-да-да,
now with
все,
the
все,
wedding
все
so near.
нормально.
And I would never want to jeopardize that.
Вот, да.
Soon I will be queen. And maybe then I'll
Я
be in
просто
a
думала,
better
что она
position
этого
to
даже не
help you.
озвучит, а так
But
она
for
озвучила,
now,
так вообще идеально.
now we must both be cautious.
Все отлично.
Of course, my lady. You're right. Better to wait.
Вот, все отлично. Все как надо. Все. Я просто думала, что она даже не озвучит своих каких-то вот этих опасений, просьбу свою. А так она озвучила, так вообще отлично. У, ты моя прелесть снова со мной. Что за нахрен происходит? Ой, японский бог. Тихо, конина, спокойно. Мне ж нога. Что ж ты слез-то с коня-то, а? С такой ногой. Да. Я уверен твоему отцу. Что-то там кричат. О, господи. Ой. Остановитесь, хватит. О, Рамси.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Воу. Блин, заметили. Я не хочу. Можно я уйду отсюда?
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy. What with all that...
Зачем я выглядываю? Можно я вернусь? Меня сейчас запалят. Я не буду выглядывать, ну его нафиг. Это же Рамси.
But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now.
Давай заканчивай.
To these Forresters.
A day, my lord. Two at most.
Да твою мать. Белка.
My lord? Shh. Listen.
Не шевелись, Гаррет, я тебя умоляю, не надо. Нет, это белки, никого тут нет.
I know I heard something.
Нет, если я побегу, точно заметит, а так может пронесет.
Never mind.
Это вот
We've
расчет.
wasted enough time already.
Это расчет вот на вот это дерьмо был. Я знаю все эти ходы. Я все знаю. Я не поведусь. Далеко бы мы не убежали. С нашей ногой от Рамси, с его солдатами, с его конями. Даже вообще ни о чем. А так, хоть был шанс, и, в общем-то, нам он выпал. Теперь у нас есть возможность его спасти, что ли, того чувака? О, может, не надо, а? А то вдруг сейчас кто-нибудь вернется, чтобы проверить, был ли там кто-то. Можно я не пойду? У меня нет выбора, да? Какая жаль. Если сейчас кто-нибудь прибежит обратно на коне, я закончусь. Твою мать. Нифига себе! Это было внезапно. Ну, Рамси такой Рамси. как я уже говорила. Ух. Когда там конец? Я просто не знаю, прерывать серию или не стоит.
Lord Ethan,
Чё?
as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership.
Ладно, давайте все-таки поставим на паузу, потому что как минимум еще сейчас про Итана будет, поэтому я думаю, минут на 10, даже если это получится, оно все равно получится, потому что мы как-то уже долго играем, мне так кажется. В общем, вот такая вот у нас получилась серия. Серсея, Рамси, это просто 2 в одном. Замечательная серия. Кошмар. Очень неуютно было в разговоре с Серсеей, то есть Telltale вообще молодцы. Действительно, вот этот разговор, он передал то напряжение, какое, по идее, испытывала наша героиня, и это мне не очень понравилось. Прям вообще Серсейка. И Рамси, несмотря на то, что они там были-то, да, всего-то секунды не вообще практически не фигурировали. Мы с ним даже не разговаривали, но, блин, одно его присутствие рядом, оно уже как-то, знаете, не нравится мне совершенно. Вообще, Рамси самое... Как персонаж, вот именно как образ, он шикарен, но как человек, боже, он ужасен, я его боюсь, не хочу, чтобы он был где-нибудь рядом. Не хочу. Вообще никак. Ненавижу Рамси Сноу, ну и в то же время обожаю именно как образ, как характер, потому что он, ну не характер как человеческий, да, потому что это вообще пипец страшный, а именно вот как образ, придуманный автором, это, конечно, ого, шикарно. Вот. В общем, ладно, надеюсь, что вам эта серия понравилась. Если это так, ставьте пальцы вверх, подписывайтесь на канал, не пропустите продолжение. И, в общем-то, всем удачи и пока-пока.